I'm alright. Oh, look at me now. And when the sun comes up in the morning light, I can feel you there. And when the sun comes up in the morning light. I heard you're doing alright. I hope you're happy and I wish you well. It's been a minute since I called you. It's like you don't know me at all. Please don't forget who I am when I'm gone. I hope that you remember me. I get that there was nothing that I could have done. Please don't forget my heart. Please don't forget my heart. the Lord, it's Thursday and we meet each other again. The VIP crew is ready for this virtual event. The seats might be rough, but we will have a jolly time. Is everybody here? Are the avatars in line? There's so much going on in the NFT world. It seems like uncharted sea. Let Matthew and Rizzle guide us through. The speaker is ready and so are we. Let's keep sailing on the metaverse. Thursdays when the lightning strikes. So listen up, there's a lot to learn. Keep the treasure in your sight. Please no one get the veggie draw. Just upgrade your microphone. Together we're strong, we ain't gonna stop. Welcome to the WIP Meetup.
Boom. Quick mic check. Y'all can hear me okay? There we go. This is Matthew, aka Nifty Time, back for another WIP. Super excited for today. We got a lot planned for today, and we have some really amazing announcements. Real quick, let's talk about the show we have today. Maybe a month ago, when Metageist had us in monster trucks touring his new metaverse sculpture installation, everyone just has not been able to stop talking about how inspiring that was. So reached out again to Metageist, and apparently there had already been another similar project in the works that has been led by Petio. That also includes Zigor, Metageist himself, VR Human, Crypto Spectre, the homie, and Crypto Clay, and that have created a collection that they're calling Figurines of the Future or Figurines from the Future. I've seen it a couple different ways now. But we're going to dive into their On Cyber exhibition and do a little tour, go around, see what they're creating ahead of their sale, because these sculptures, metaverse sculptures, are collectible. Excited to get into that. Quick shout out. Rizzle and I have been talking about the WIP and how it seems like we've been just kind of crushing it, and every week is just better and better. There's more and more fun to be had. So really excited for that. Check out that episode if you haven't. Also, right after today's WIP, Cody is going to be giving a little tour in CryptoVoxels as well, going through his DI's Legends installation there. So after the WIP, make sure you hit that up and support the homie Cody. Also, there's a special announcement from the WIP is going to fucking make it rain next week after this really cool Thanksgiving or Halloween WIP that we have planned. I'm going to shut my mouth on that, but I just want to say a big thank you to an anonymous snail that's doing something really big for the WIP. And with that, I'm going to pass it to Rizzle to unpack that a little bit more.
Yes, I'll get to that in a second. So we'll do some housekeeping stuff. First of all, shout out to Metageist for helping orchestrate this thing and getting a bunch of legendary artists up in here for this tour. We had talked about Metageist tour from a long time ago when doing this was actually not that easy for the average person to get into these things, and now it's pretty accessible, and we're sort of running it back a little bit, doing one of these 3D sculpture tours. And it's so dope to be who gets to do this with cutting edge artists on cutting edge platforms on Web3 here. Yeah, Mozilla Hubs Day. Poor Fabiano is audio rugged. Make sure Fabiano, if you're looking at this giant acorn in the parcel, and if you're not, make sure you hop in. This giant acorn with the glasses is our giveaway for today for everyone who signs the guest book. The guest book is up on the wall. I'll be dropping links to that. And I also believe the portal works today. We've had a broken portal operation system for a couple weeks here, but don't go through the portal yet. We're going to get over there to the spot in On Cyber. But the guest list is up on the wall. If you are in Discord and wondering where people are chatting, we're in the general channel, and that's also where a bunch of links will be dropping. I'll drop the link to the guest book here because I know Brookhawk spawned into Fly Frog territory and might still be 1,000 miles away from center stage here. So we'll get people there eventually. So let's see. Actually, a question. So we're doing this. Wait, let me make sure I don't have any more housekeeping stuff here. Sign the guest book. Make sure you get your giveaway from Fabio and Patricia. Yes. We're going to do a group shot with Paradox at the end of this all, so make sure you stick around for that. If you have questions for the artists as we're going throughout the tour, make sure you direct them at show in the chat box here at SHO. If you're, is that my audio? I'm like, I hear something. Is that my audio? No, my audio is off. Anyway, mute your audio in Hyperfy. There's like ducks and things I put in there and everything. They quack really loud periodically. Is it the ducks? Hop in here if you're not already. If you know, a couple calls to the audience. If you know of a 24/7 Frog Twitch stream, I would like to drop that in here in place of this duck one. So yes, hit me up if you have a Frog Twitch stream or something interesting like that can stream 24/7. Also, people want to give out candy on Halloween, like in the metaverse. If anyone knows of like a reliable candy, aka NFT distribution system that's sort of like automated and bot resistant, please hit us up, because there's a few people who have reached out to us and want to give out things, metaverse trick-or-treating next week and, for coming to their parcel. And we're trying to find like a nicely automated way to do that in CryptoVoxels and or Hyperfy. Let's see, big news. We have an anonymous snail who has donated, are you ready? For about 5K worth of NFT prizes for our Halloween event next week. And a lot of them are spanning across collections that a lot of you are familiar with and are useful to the WIP community and people who come to the WIP and everything. Yeah, 5K, $5,000. So that is for us to make it rain on y'all. And so we are going to make it rain next week. You're going to have to be at the WIP next week to be able to participate in this and to get some of the goodies. Based on our like current attendance numbers, there should be enough stuff for everyone to come away with a lot of like really dope shit. We're going to be in the Misfit Pixels parcel playing a zombie shooter game. We're going to be in Fabiano's spot doing something. We got a snail thing going on in the WIP parcel. If anyone else wants to contribute a Halloween thing or get in on the fun, definitely hit us up. But we are going to make it rain. So we'll be putting out more announcements about that and everything, but make sure you like call out of work and get a baby sister. Don't get a baby sister, get a babysitter for your baby sister. And make sure you're at the WIP next week, because it's going to be a dope one, really fun, not to mention tons of incredible, useful metaverse NFT prizes for everyone who comes and does a thing. So let's do it. Yeah. Thank you to the anonymous snail who shall remain anonymous. Fabiano's still audio rugged. I actually sourced like a bunch of voxel snails from Fabiano that we're like doing fun things with. So shout out to Fabiano, who can't hear anything right now, for providing some snails for next week's event. So with that, I will shut up. I'm going to drop a link, but we're going to head over through the portal here on the stage in a second now. Actually, start heading through the portal. I got like one more last thing, and then I'm going to pass the mic over and I'll drop the link. But head over to the portal, see if it works. If not, I'll see you all there in a clump, like piled up on the stage. Last thing, despite making it rain about $5,000 worth of NFTs on our audience next week, we are still broke. They didn't give any money for us, even though we have tons of love for the anonymous snail. So if you love what we do, donate stuff and money and everything to the WIPmeetup.eth. It gets chopped up amongst the crew automatically via OX splits. And we do this all out of love for y'all and for what we all got going on here. So shout out to the crew who makes this happen week in, week out. Foxio, the Easy Paradox Show, Dragonate, Conwolf the Stowaway, Brookhawk the Chef, Fabiano, Patricia, Fractilians, Johan, Matthias, Matt, and our latest addition who is writing about us. We should drop a mirror link. But big shout out to Pat Ziggy, who's doing us a lot of favors behind the scenes, is here in the audience tonight and is writing amazing things about us and tagging y'all to get more attention on the dope things that we do out here already. So shout out to all y'all for coming out today. If you have not tried to run through the portal and you're going to take the lazy route, I'm going to drop the link here in Discord, and y'all can just hop over to On Cyber. And while I am trying to see if my own portal works, I'm going to pass the mic over to Matt, and he can sort of give us the rundown on how
yeah, I'm gonna hop potato the mic right over to Metageist to introduce the whole gang from Figurines from the future. I know Patio's here. I don't know if Patio wants to take the mic to introduce it because I know this is their baby. But whoever, take it from me, and we're gonna go through artist by artist. I think check out their metaverse sculptures, and then we can go from there. Maybe questions after everyone has gone through and introduced their work.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, as Metageist is coming in, I will just wanted to kick this off in here. Can I just check that you can hear me all right? I assume everything's okay.
Loud and clear.
Cool. All right. Yeah, lovely. Well, thanks again for having me. You know how much I love the WIP, and your podcast recently as well has been really getting me really pumped, and seeing people pile into this space right now is awesome. We've been building this together for the last week or so. It is Petio's drop. Petio organised a group GLB sculpture art drop that's happening on October 24th. So what we've got here is like a private viewing, I suppose, of a gallery show of little 3D sculptures. There's 6 of us involved. There's me, Petio, Zigor, Crypto Clay, Crypto Spectre, and VR Human. And what we're going to do is I'm going to hand the mic over to Petio, assuming that he's in here and it sounds okay, so he can just introduce himself and his the idea behind the drop, and then he'll take us and show us his work, and then we'll go from one artist to the next, and move around like that. And then I've got a little bit of a game thing as well, because where would we be if we didn't have some sort of rudimentary janky little computer game to play for a prize at the end. So yeah, keep in mind. Oh yeah, we're also going to talk to Nifty Kit as well about their platform and about the drop as well, and they're going to come in after the artists have talked about their artworks. So we're going to go around and do 2 or 3 minutes on each of the artworks, maybe 5 minutes with each artist, assuming everything goes well, and then that is what will happen. So Petio, are you there, mate?
Yep. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it sounds great.
Well, thank you for having me, first of all. And you'll have to forgive me for my shitty English, but I'll do my best, I promise. So, so this is a little drop I've been organizing in the previous week. And I've just I try to gather a bunch of artists with an interest for VR and 3D immersive work, because I'm really bullish on that kind of artwork, and it was a solo project at first, and then I was like, let's invite a few people and try to make something fun. And I hope you will enjoy it. Can you hear me?
Yep, sorry, I was trying to hit my mic. Yeah, okay, cool. So if you follow my Metageist avatar, I'm going to basically guide people around on the thing as we talk to the artists. Petio, do you want to just say a little bit about your little infinite running guy we've got here? The first one, a little blue block dude.
Metageist, tell us exactly where you are. You're at the corner of this platform. Just making sure that we're following you whenever you start moving.
Oh yeah, sorry. Okay. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to jump up and down a little bit for anyone who's around anywhere else. But so this one here is one of Petio's one, Never Ending Chase, animated GLB. So if you want to talk a little bit about it, Petio, and then at the end of this little bit of spaceship, there is another one of his as well.
Yes, of course. So I've just tried to make something fun with simple shape and animation as always. And on this drop, I tried to stick to the pixel stem. So instead of drawing like very round character as I always do, I tried something like more like a 3D. And sorry, I like the word a little. As I said, my English is a little limited, but yep. If you have any question, I can answer gladly.
Yeah, we'll just move along to the other piece of yours at the other end. But I did notice that actually I've seen a lot of your work over the last few years since we've started following each other on Twitter, and you've got a very distinct style and very distinct characters, and the one of them is that you use for your branding is especially distinct, and it's like you say, very circular. Personally, I just love the little bouncy animation in this. It's not easy to get character, like to make your characters really feel alive like this. So super stoked to see these.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Let me just see who's up next. Excuse me. Got too many tabs open. Yeah, Zigo, are you here? Zigo, should we go back up the stairs onto the main deck? Follow me up these stairs, and if you're here, Z, then turn your mic on and tell us a little bit about your guys up here, which always make me laugh whenever I see them. Is he here? No, okay. We'll move on to Crypto Clay. You're in the room, aren't you, mate?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I need to unmute. First of all, thank you. Thank you to Petio because he bring me here. And I just discovered a lot of great artists I didn't know. A wonderful community here. First of all, I'm French, like Petio also. And so really, I'm really happy, and Nifty Kid, and a lot of things I discovered this week that I didn't know because we weren't connected. I'm in the field for 3 years, but wow, that's always wonderful when you meet all those people. Absolutely wonderful, and I've seen that an old friend is here tonight. That Bananakin is here around. Is listening, so we are connected for a long time. So I'm really happy he's here. I'm not surprised he's here because he's a full beast, of course. That's it. So thank you for bringing me here, of course.
No worries. I've been spending a lot of time jumping up into your little planet and looking closely at the little spaceship coming around. You can get on top of it.
No, yeah, it's really a big pleasure. And well, as you people maybe that you don't know what I'm doing usually. I'm really doing some handmade clay for 3 years now in the NFT, and so it's real. What you see here is what I do more and more. It's handmade clay, 3D scanned, and then imported in Blender, and then reworked, and doing some animation. The ship tonight is one of my wife is a ceramic artist, so it's a scan of a ceramic sculpture. And then I'm starting a project about a world, a two-side world with all this a lot of characters. There will be a lot of characters in there. So for this project, I wanted to do the first little animation about the planet, one of the two planets, and one ship running around. So I hope you like it.
Yeah, super cool. I mean, where else are you going to see a ceramic spaceship spinning around a clay sculpture in a digital environment? Absolutely love it. I really want to see more of your artwork, more of your process going forward. I've seen your stuff around, and obviously it stands out as being completely different to anything else in the space. But I hadn't really done a deep dive before, so I'm looking forward to doing that.
Super cool. Thank you.
So, all right, we've got, I don't think Ziggler is in the chat still, so I'm going to move on over to Crypto Spectre. If you follow me down here, you can see this crazy, gnarly, delicate space creature over here. And this is, this is Crypto Spectre. Hello, mate.
Hello. Hi, everybody. It's your boy, Crypto Spectre. I haven't seen some of you for ages. I haven't been to the WIP a lot lately. I haven't had a lot of time on my hands, unfortunately, for this stuff, but was really stoked to get involved in this. It's it's nice to keep a hand in it. I'm trying to claw my way back into kind of full-time digital art making again. I was wanted to make something kind of elegant. My first iteration of this was kind of like a bit more like a pot plant or something, but I reworked it, and Rizzle will probably enjoy this. I utilized kind of some AI art generation software, Midjourney, and so this is an amalgamation of some of the stuff that came up with and my own interpretation of it. So yeah, trying to utilize this kind of cutting edge tools a little bit, and it's just kind of a sexy sort of flower, as I'm sure you can see. You can probably, if you fly, you can sort of maybe float around the back and hang out near these little fronds that are moving up and down in an evocative, sexy way. It looks a bit vulva-like here at the mouth of it, but yeah, I might do a little series of these. I like it kind of like Valentine's Day cyber flower or something. Yeah, thanks very much for coming, guys. It's really cool to see so many cool people here.
Yeah, this one's really cool. There's loads going on inside it. We've got a bit of a massive jump thing going on at the moment, but we'll turn on flight at some point so that you can sort of hover around and look at things closer. And I think Crypto Spect has got a yeah. We're all going to be doing this drop on the 24th, and in between now and then, of course, we're going to be sharing some stuff online. So if you want to look at details of things that you can't quite see in this instance, then keep an eye on everyone's Twitters. Or X's or whatever you want to call it, and yeah, and look out for details and things like that. And I think what we're going to do now, unless Zigor, if you're in the room, then jump on the mic and say hey. If not, we'll go up onto the surface and we'll go have a look at those two. And I will actually be able to get you a little bit of information about the two pieces here, because I have got it written down somewhere. So bear with me just a second. I will find it. He's got a little story for each of them. Yeah, okay, cool. So on the right, we've got the Winnie twins. They are naughty, fun-loving, and playful. Laughter is their superpower, and everyone likes them. They never miss a good party and are always the bearers of the best gossip. And then on the left, we've got Mr. Worm. Kind, innocent, and soft. He loves to travel, but always at his own pace, without haste, but without pause. Of infinite patience and warm heart, having him around fills you with energy. And those are the two pieces from Ziggo. And then at the end here, we've got my piece. Basically, what's going to be happening on the 24th is we're all dropping limited edition collection. The details aren't completely finalized yet, but we're pretty sure it's going to be everybody's going to have 100 pieces, and they're going to be $50. So it's quite a relatively affordable, I suppose, collection of sculptures. They're all GLBs, so they should all look like this when you drop them into Hyperfile or on Cyber or any of those good metaverse platforms. My one is a little bit of a departure from my usual sort of style and stuff, but I've spent the last few weeks, as we all have, watching some terrible things happening around the world, and I sort of felt this weird dichotomy of sort of terrible things happening in the world, and then seeing them through phone got me thinking about the future and cameras everywhere and artificial intelligence and post-truth and all that sort of stuff. And I had to get this piece out. So it's just a kind of frustration piece. It's called Future Shock. It's about being sort of worried about the future, or not really worried necessarily, but just sort of overwhelmed. Like, we're all in this space generally quite excited about technology in the future, but of course we know that there's always a double-edged sword. So it's a bit of an unusual one. It's kind of an Anthony Gormley sort of statue thing. I learned quite a lot doing this, even though it looks relatively simple. It was a real learning process for me. And I'm going to be giving one of them away for free to anybody on 24th of the drop. Anybody who can get up to that floating platform in the sky. If you look straight up, and you can see there's a WIP logo on the bottom of a floating platform. If you go up there and you take a photo, and you follow all the artists and tag us and tag the WIP, and put it on Twitter with a screen grab or a video of you standing up there with the WIP logo, you'll be entered into the draw by me, and I'll be giving away one of my pieces to one of the people who gets up there. And it's not super easy, so you're going to have to experiment a little bit. I have not, but it is possible. I've done it over and over again recently. So you can get up there, and if you get really stuck, I will help you and give you some tips. But I reckon between you, you'll be able to find it out. So we've also got Dong Lian in the space somewhere, I believe, who's going to talk to us a little bit about the drop and also about Nifty Kit in general, if she's around to hop on and say hi.
Hello, can you
Hey.
guys hear me?
Yeah.
Hi. Perfect. Thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure working with this amazing artist to enable their 3D vision come to life. And yeah, I'm just very happy to be here. My name is Dong Lee Han, head of marketing and partnerships at Nifty Kit. Currently working really heavily into this job coming up for October 24th. And it's really exciting because not a lot of platforms enable like GLB or have the support for artists. So I'm privileged to be here to be able to help these artists, work out their NFTs or artworks to come to the digital world. And so yeah, very happy. And if anyone have any questions about Nifty Kid and any additional, very happy to answer those as well. But yeah, basically Nifty Kid is a no-code solution, no-code platform for any of the artists, brands, companies to do their community NFTs. And with this specific drop, it's going to be editions. And so we'll be enabling the editions and AR component as well. So yeah, that's a little bit about us. Again, it's more for the artwork and the artist here. So yeah, just congratulations for this tour. It's amazing. It looks really looks really good on the cyber.
Thank you very much. You've been very helpful as well. We've got some exciting things coming up for this collection with some augmented reality stuff, and we're already talking about more drops and plans and things for the future. So yeah, depending on how well this goes, I think we're going to stick around and continue to develop. I like to think we're going to develop the space, have different artists in the future, and all those good things. Yeah, so I think that might be it from us, unless Ziggles have popped up or VR Human. I think he's in Japan, so it's a bit tricky for him. In that case, we may well be done. You can DM me if you get really stuck trying to get to the top. I don't want people to not be able to get there, but I did see somebody in a monkey costume get really close. Oh, and there is somebody up there as well. There's a couple of people up there. Okay, cool. I didn't make it too hard. That's good. Sorry for underestimating you guys. And I'll hand the mic back over, and we'll see if there's any questions. Thanks.
Yeah, I think some questions came in, so we'll pass the mic to Show to hit you with those questions. As long as I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Hey y'all, what's going on? How's my audio?
Hello.
Good.
So, wow, I'm in shock. having Metageist, Crypto Spectre, and Paradox all in the same room at the same time is like blowing my mind. If any of you who are brand new to the WIP or just the space in general don't really understand the magnitude of like skill, ability, like these are like my favorite. These are my favorite artists. It's like for real. And I'm happy to call them friends, but I'm not pandering. These are literally the guys who make me excited and who inspired me back in the day. So shout out to them and seeing them really put their heads together and create something awesome. We had a question from Ballistic Banana. Let me just pull this up here. They would like to know what program. This was in regards to Metageist. What program are you using to scan the clay balls? Or was it? Oh no.
For me, maybe.
Yeah. Sorry. So this is for Crypto Clay. What program are you using?
I'm using a 3D scanner, a table 3D scanner, because there's a lot of solution now with phone. I'm using more and more phone with the software called on iOS Scaniverse. works really quite well for the. But for now, all you see there is it's. Oh, I'm using. All right, I'm looking for the name. Sorry, I forgot the name. Oh. It's the Shining 3D scanner, 3D scan, because it's tabletop turns alone, so it's really easy to take some models, and then rework. Well, usually there's some rework after for the texture and for that stuff. But I like to or what you do with the hand is really, even if you rework later, you still have this feeling of handmade stuff. All the error. That's it.
That's awesome. Um, this question is also for Dong Li Han and the rest of the creators who are working on this along with Nifty Kit. When it comes to releasing projects in this space over the years, a lot of times people tend to not be as savvy when it comes to coding or having full control over their pieces once they release them in the wild, because maybe the platform or the medium has secret I can't really say guardrails, but more like within the code, they're giving up their sovereignty or control over their own artwork without realizing it. Would you say that Nifty Kit is a medium or platform that was created in order to better assist the average artist and empower them? And if so, how? What kind of tools are you providing?
Yeah, of course, Nifty Kit is like you can compare it to Manifold. It allows you to deploy your own smart contract, so you have full ownership on your contract, and you can update your metadata afterwards. And the only difference with Nifty Kit is that it's not only about deploying your contract; it's also about everything that comes around the drop, making like a custom page, helping people reach you by setting like a newsletter, or you can even send like SMS or services like that. And also there is like a team of humans that really helps you solving every problem. But in the end, it's your smart contract. So yeah, you have full ownership on that.
That's awesome. Lastly, this is a question for all the creators. What would you say, or better yet, describe the type of technology that would be necessary in order for you to have your creations, your artwork, your 3D pieces specifically, since it's very 3D focused, have your pieces live in the meat space in the real world? What sort of thing do you need? Is it some kind of like projection array thing that's kind of like your cable, your satellite dish network that projects things in the real world? AR technology seems somewhat limited because you need something to scan it in order to see it. What do we need?
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, wow.
I'll let someone else jump in because I've done a lot of talking.
No. This is open. Feel free to speak your mind.
Well, I think the first obvious way to enjoy this kind of art will be augmented reality headsets. I mean, you can already do it with like the Metageist 3. For now, it's like a big headset you have on your face, but maybe in a few years it will be like just a pair of glasses. And once that happens, I think people will have augmented reality like all day long, and maybe even some of their home decoration will be in augmented reality. And I think this will be like the main way to enjoy this kind of artwork in the future. And personally, I'm really bullish on it. It seems very obvious to me that when people will be used to experience everything in a very immersive way, then art will have to become very immersive too. And this is what I'm trying to explore right now.
Actually, you know what? Let me briefly rephrase this or shift the focus. Imagine in the world there was some kind of technology that was like a beacon or some kind of thing that like you have like multiple pylons or like structures in the world, and they run for 24 hours, and you're able to send your artwork to this pylon in the world, like on the street, people walk by, so it's all cost effective, I guess, and you don't have to purchase any kind of technology to wear, and it projects your artwork on the street, but it's also being used to project like ads or commercials or some kind of thing from terrible big companies. What How viable is this technology? Do you think that this would be for the good or bad? I guess, if you see where I'm going with this.
Wow, this is a mind bending subject. I mean, when people have 3D printers in their home as well, perhaps they can print out little facsimiles of people's artwork real quick. It's the next generation of 3D printer. Using some I got some other kind of just kind of like prints onto a. Yeah, I don't know. I love this question. It's got my mind racing about the possibilities of the future. I love it. These kinds of questions are great.
But the 3D print, I was in the field before, and well, you can imagine already. Yeah, it's really incredible because you can stream a 3D object already with some on someone 3D printer or 3D printer, one 3D printer in a village going really fast. You could stream it directly from your computer. That does exist. It's not Star Trek. It's just existing right now. It's not developed, but it's possible.
It's in there. Yes. Wow.
I think that we will have very soon. People will be wearing the glasses. I know it sounds super sci-fi, but I think that's probably the most likely way we'll be able to have like GPS located holograms that everyone can see. I've just recently got the Quest 3 and it's got color pass through, and you can navigate your way around the house, look at your phone, cook food or whatever with the thing on. So, and you can have like your screens up and stuff. But of course, it's still like quite big. It's like wearing a really big visor on your head, and the battery only lasts 2 hours, and there's not a huge amount of use cases. But if we do get to the point where these Ray-Ban ones do actually have the capacity to show 3D objects, I mean, essentially, most of us here, like I think in the group of artists, I definitely speak for myself when I say it, we're sort of like always projecting ahead. I was making 3D sculptures 3 years ago when none of the platforms would support it, and other people were talking and doing the same sort of thing, and so we're sort of like prepared for that. And then Zuckerberg on his, I know Facebook's the enemy, definitely, but I think even he said like one of the things that they're looking forward to experimenting with is I think they're called artifacts. And he even said something about 3D artwork that is on your walls in your home, digital 3D artwork. And that was on the last keynote from Meta. So they're planting seeds, and something that I am really excited about doing, collecting other people's art and putting them up in my spaces. But it's nice also to see that like there are other people who see that. And I know that Meta have played with crypto in the past, so I wouldn't be surprised if they got some sort of like blockchain technology maybe in the works as well. So, and I just want to create things and allow people to put them up in their in their gardens or in their homes, or whatever, and have them permanently in place. Until that day, I'm going to continue experimenting with my portals, or the 3D printed portals with the AR markers on the front, so that there's something in the real space that is like an anchor or a portal into the digital stuff. So yeah, I mean, I love talking about this sort of thing, love exploring it, and I think there's so much fun to be had, because when you're creating 3D things, like for instance, if you look down from the ledge, or if you just look at the sculpture I created, that looks fine if it's really small and it's on a shelf in like a space pod. But it also works as a piece of architecture. And that's what's really exciting. That's what I'm looking forward to playing with.
I'm like you. I believe when the glasses are ready, I mean, high definition scanning, simple light glasses, that would change everything.
Awesome. Just want to thank everyone as well as Nifty Kit for joining us, taking us behind the scenes of how you created some of your amazing GLB sculptures and thinking a little bit about the future of where we're going with all of this. So now I know Paradox is in the house. Seems like a perfect time to take a group picture. Shall we get into that? And if so, cue that soundtrack.
Hit it, Dragon 8.
Just a humble cameraman looking for a tiny bit of attention. It's me, Paradox. Get your asses in line and smile for the fucking camera. No one cares about Matthew and Grizzle, that's for sure. It's about me, Paradox. I'm taking over the show.
Okay, cool. So if you've not been listening, I am Paradox. Firstly, mic check. All good? Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Anyone? I shall wait. Excellent. Okay, cool. Right, I'm Paradox. I'm the resident WIP videographer, and this is the point of the show where we take a group photo, and I also collect some video. So, if you are new to the WIP, I edit together a recap video of these events every single week, and we kick them out on Rizzle's Twitter. So, hit him up, follow him for all the videos from the WIP. Oh, thank you, Dragon 8. Okie dokie. So, right, we're going to do a couple of shots today. So, the first one, as Metageist rightly pointed out, let's do it in front of the figurines from the future, please. The sign, kind of where we spawned in. Let's just check we've got everybody. Excellent. There's a cow, but that's me. Right, that's everybody. So, Dragon 8, kindly put on some music. Everyone, do some dances if you can do that in on Cyber. And let's get a couple of shots. I'm flying around, but if you face outwards from the sign, I'll capture you. Yeah, everyone's got the right idea. Thank you, Dragon 8.
Standing at the front of the lamp, waiting for something I can't make out. But I wanna talk to you, to pull you aside. I wanna ask you to come with me tonight. I wanna stay by your side.
Down just a little bit, Dragon 8. Okay, cool. Right, the second spot I'm going to is if we head in a straight line Cool. So we're going to clip shots, which is great. Awesome build, amazing artists, and that is it pretty much for me this week. I can't wait for Halloween.
There's no
And
place
until then,
I'd rather be.
bye.
There's no place I'd rather be. There's no place.
Awesome whip, y'all. Rizzle, do you have any last words before we wrap shit up? My end, like Paradox said, super stoked for next week. Can't wait to make it in on everyone. Can't wait for the games and activities and experiences that are being planned right now. It's gonna be pretty epic. So get excited for that. And yeah, Rizzle, last words before we get into the afties. Also, don't forget, top of the hour, jump into CryptoVoxels with our dude Cody.
Easy. I believe it's the 24th, but if anyone has the link handy, if not, I will find it so that everyone knows when the drop is. Thank you so much for all the artists who participated today on this, whirlwind art tour of, like we were saying in the beginning, this is like some cutting edge stuff that very few people out there really know how to do and participate in, and we're right there in it. So shout out to the artists and the audience, everyone who came out today. If you weren't here in the very beginning and missed the big announcement, we got an anonymous snail donating $5,000 worth of NFTs to our audience next week for Halloween. So come to the WIP next week. It will be dope. You will come away with amazing things, and we got a lot of awesome stuff going on. So, but this week was incredible. Another amazing showcase of amazing stuff going on out here. So. Thank you everyone for coming out. If you have questions for any of the artists, make sure you follow them, stalk them on Twitter. There's a lot of people who in the parcel right now who appear exhausted from trying to find this allegedly invisible platform and are just dying towards the end of it. So if you still want to hang out, come die with us. Hit up Coldie's spot at the top of the hour. I think it's at 5 o'clock. It's so like an hour and 15. I'm not positive. We shall figure it out. But
No, it's 1 p.m.
anyway.
It's all good. Top of the hour.
Top of the hour. So head over to the Coldie spot at the top of the hour. In the meantime, make sure you hang out because we got the afties coming to the show. So chill out in the parcel. Go take another look at these spots. Take a selfie with Mr. Worm because I love Mr. Worm. And make sure you come out next week. It's going to be a banger. Thanks, y'all.
Wait, is this thing on? Yeah!
It's time for the afties.
Hot takes, opinions, thoughts. Let's go! Hey, what's up, y'all? How's my audio? Am I 2x2 or 5x5? What's the deal? Awesome. Click on me in the voice channel. If you don't see the stream, I'm showing something. You don't want to leave. You want to stay. Or if you want to leave, you can leave. It's okay. But for those who stay, you get the pay. Click on my shit. Yeah, that's intentional, my friend. And I'm going to explain why. Before I address that, I'm a cypherpunk, y'all. And this is the afties. This is the portion, the aspect of this entire thing where we tear shit a new asshole. Sorry for the cursing, but unsorry. This is an expression of emotion and feeling. I am a cypherpunk, and cypherpunks born from Snow Crash are gonna fucking cypherpunk. That being said, I am going to teach you and show you the ways of the force when it comes to cypherpunkering and degenning when stupid shit starts happening. Like, look at my screen. Shout out to Crypto Clay. You know what it is. I recommend everyone reread Snow Crash and check out Neuromancer 2. Look at my screen. So you see this, right? Casually just looking at some of my favorite, non-cypherpunk related streams. And this has been happening over the past week, where YouTube has decided to implement some anti-ad blocking things. Now, for those of us in the space who value protection and privacy, meaning all of you, and this is why I'm focusing on this, because I want to always protect my friends who are still here, who didn't leave. That's why, hey, you get the wisdom and the security right here. If you stick around, the information is more valuable than anything else you're probably going to do. Ad blocks, tracking is most important for us. We don't want to be tracked. We don't want our information being tracked and collected, right? We want to limit it as much as possible because, things are malicious out in these streets. So when a big corporation like YouTube says, hey, no, fuck this, we need you watching these ridiculously stupid ass ads in order for us to pay our content creators, because we pay them in fiat and we're not making enough fiat unless we keep this machine going, and we're just blocking people, even people who are demonetized on YouTube, mind you. You still want us to watch ads they don't get paid from? Please mute your microphone. Thank you. So you want us to watch ads on platforms, on content creator pages that are demonetized anyway. So they're not making money. So who's making money, right? All right. Let me just say this. None of us like that, right? We just want to watch things and not be bothered. So I have uBlock Origin, right? And the uBlock devs have been kicking ass. They've been coming up with different ways to work around. But YouTube, unfortunately, they're doing it out in the open. They're doing it, and it's on their Reddit. They're showing and they're explaining how they're getting around it. But YouTube keeps blocking shit. So it used to be a pop-up, and now they put it in the video itself, which is a pain in the ass. So after you watch 3 videos, then you get this. You can't do anything unless you subscribe to the YouTube Premium, which is going to overcharge you. So this is what we're going to do. Here's a solution, right? If I didn't lose you yet with too many words, here's the solution, y'all. You see this button right here? Share. You see this? I'm not going to allow YouTube ads. No, fuck YouTube ads. Fuck try YouTube Premium. No. You see this button, share? Click on share. Now you see this, right? I'm not going to share the ad blocking terms of service. No, this is the secret. Check this out. These dumbass motherfuckers, look at this shit. Click on embed. Click on embed. You still following me? Click on embed. And look at this. You see this right here? You see this, right? You still with me? Did I lose you? Did I lose everyone? You still with me? Click play.
I can do now too. Yeah, he'll do it all now.
And it's live.
Oh, they couldn't allow us to do that shit.
It's live. It's live. We got some of my favorite basketball players from back in the day here. Live, the video works. And I can still watch it fully, completely, even while their dumbass warning is behind. Congratulations, YouTube. You fucked up. You see that? All right. Moving on. Because I know you're not here for basketball. You're not here for that shit. But I just want to show my friends, like, while you're creating cool-ass 3D shit. Shout out to Metageist. Shout out to Crypto Spectre. Shout out to Paradox. Shout out to Crypto Clay. Shout out to the team. Shout out to your whole entire thing that's popping off next Wednesday. Oh no, next Tuesday. You need some things just playing ambiently in the background. You don't want to be distracted. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if they're doing that terms of service bullshit, no, fuck that. I want to listen to some Tame Impala while I'm creating some cool ass 3D artwork shit. All right, but let's move on. Check this out. Check this out right here. Check this out right here. I'm not talking about the war. I love you all. I'm talking about things, but it only briefly touches on something that I'm going to talk about here. Shout out to our friends at Bankless, Ryan Sean Adams, the GOAT, one of the GOATs, one of the many GOATs in this space. he noticed something that we all noticed. Elizabeth Warren is trying to kill crypto in the US. We know that, right? But it's so blatant and heavy-handed, it's ridiculous. It's aggressive, it's coordinated. Ryan said that he was about to record his show with his friend Trustless State this week, and what does he see? His friend but Trustless State is Dave. So it's, you know, Ryan and Dave, they do their thing. Anyway, so this week, and what does he see? He saw what we all saw. I don't know if you all noticed this. A letter from Elizabeth Warren. Today's Thursday, it was Tuesday, I think. A letter from Elizabeth Warren asking the IRS to speed up its already hasty as fuck implementation of new tax rules that would kill all DeFi front ends in the US. You still with me? I repeat, the IRS, their ham-fisted interpretation of new tax rules that would kill DeFi in the US. She wanted it sped up. Why? Why? What's the need for the rush? What's the point? And also, on top of it, instead of waiting for citizens, us, me, you cypherpunks to comment, us degens, to send comments to adjust, to have it adjust to something reasonable, Senator Warren wants the IRS to speed it up so we don't have time to react. Just ram it down our throats. This crap slips under our radar because it's so constant. Now everyone's starting to notice. And I know many of my friends here aren't based in the US, but let's be real here. Many countries are following what's happening in this country. I don't know why they do it. I want you to be independent thinkers. I want you to do your own thing, but you're following what happens here, even if it's terrible. So if things pop off here, it's going to have a negative effect on you too. That's why I tell you this stuff. This crap slips under our radar because it's so constant. She keeps constantly. I wish she did this, but it's like the inverse. I keep saying this every week. The flip. Imagine someone working this hard on our behalf, right? Shout out to Patrick Mahenry, which by the way is still the temporary Speaker of the House. They keep trying to replace him. They keep trying to get votes, but the people trying to get elected are crying and complaining, which is hilarious. I'm like, we need someone who's pro crypto, who has a good head on his shoulders, regardless of whatever party you're on. That's what I'm about right now, and who really wants to empower people. That's where I'm at. I don't care about any of that other shit anymore. Anyway, so back to what Ryan said. He said no one has time to parry. You know, a riposte. That's French for like you're evading. Riposte, a riposte. No one has time to parry every strike, every attack. And also, just like yesterday, Elizabeth Warren published an op-ed in Wall Street. Oh, this is the thing that pissed me off. She posted an article that was titled, "Cryptocurrency Feeds Hamas's Terrorism." It feeds Hamas's terrorism. Like what? Hamas terrorism. This is opportunistically dishonest. Low-rung politics. Crypto has not been a factor in Hamas's terrorism. We know because they literally said a couple months ago, like, hey, listen, we're trying to be under the radar. Don't send us things on centralized exchanges like Binance because, hello, everybody can see it. It's transparent. Hello. Even they said, hey, listen, this isn't a good fucking idea. They said it. And it wasn't even like a lot. They were like, hey, dude, listen, check this out. So let's just do this through normal back channels. Let's have your government. Okay, see, I said I was gonna get into this shit. But look, just they fucking said that they're not doing that shit. So she's making this shit up. She's using every bad thing that happens in the world to malign an open internet protocol that transfers value peer-to-peer. I repeat, crypto is an open internet protocol that transfers value peer-to-peer. Like, imagine a politician going after TCP/IP this way, meaning, imagine it was the early 90s when the motherfuckers were trying to shut down literally the internet. We have politicians trying to kill the internet. Like America Online era, they were trying to do that, and look what happened. How fucking stupid do you have to be? Elizabeth Warren is trying to kill crypto, and you have to ask why. Who does the senator work for? Because it's not the American people. And that doesn't mean that she's working for some other country either. I'm not implying that. It's some American oligarch with weeds in his front lawn who's drinking smoothies. Ryan says that if you care about the future of this country, you have to fight this digital authoritarianism. Sorry, I would have said the word authoritarianism correctly the first time. I went to school. I can fucking say authoritarianism. Moving on. I want you to listen to this. You still with me? You all still hanging? Check this out.
So you could still in the future in another form.
But what we have in front of us, just so that the viewing public understands, we have not one, but multiple, I think it's 8 or 10 filings that the staff and ultimately the commission is considering for what's called exchange-traded products, for Bitcoin to be in a security. So the Bitcoin would be held, and then there would be something called an exchange-traded product, and that would trade on various stock exchanges. And those filings are in front of us. I can't prejudge any one of them, but there's 8 or 10 that we're looking at.
Well, there is a large number, and there is kind of a narrative in this market, and I wonder if you could put it to rest that someone's going to get to go first. Is that likely to happen, or is it likely to be a group approval? If you're going to have one, a bunch of products could be approved at the same time.
Again, I'm not going to prejudge. The staff's doing work on those multiple filings, but it's also.
Let me add context. What he's talking about are Bitcoin electronic traded funds, ETFs. The grayscale appeal was last Friday. The SEC kept kicking the rock further down. They wanted to delay and they wanted to rope us all along. They finally denied the appeal. I mean, they finally didn't challenge the appeal again. So they're basically going to have to approve ETFs. This is big. This is huge. They've been arbitrarily blocking spot ETFs. You probably don't know what a spot ETF is. It's cool. TLDR, he tried to explain it, but he said it poorly. He explained it so poorly. He tried to say that Bitcoin is trading on stock exchanges as security and they're wrapped up. That's not what it is. All it is the asset being custodially held by a custodian. And you're getting some skin in the game on the stock exchange. That's it. They have no choice but to approve applications. He said between there were like 8 to 10 that they're looking at and reviewing. People think that they're only going to approve BlackRock, but everybody's on the table. Van Eck, ARK Investco, all these Grayscale. Since Grayscale's the one who filed the appeal in the first place, they should be the ones to be first if anyone is first, but BlackRock is BlackRock. Larry Fink just went on television and said all of crypto, all of his clients are saying, hey, crypto is the future. I kid you not, his words, not mine. All of his clients are saying, hey, listen, man, we kind of need this shit. This shit can do some things. He didn't just say Bitcoin. He said, hey, listen, so we're doing this. This is the future, blah, blah, blah. So who the fuck is blocking them? It doesn't make any sense. Why would you keep kicking the can down the road? But it's assumed that Gary not fighting back last Friday meant that he was getting his ass kicked. He lost so much. They kept losing. It's looking really bad. So if they try to kick the can down the road again, most likely it's going to look bad. I also think that because Sam Bankman-Fried is going through his trial right now, that Gary's nervous. He's nervous that people are going to notice. And if he keeps kicking the can down the road, eventually someone like Larry Fink himself is going to say, hey, look, man, you're fucking this shit up. We need to start investigating you. Patrick McHenry is sitting in one of the most powerful seats in this country. And he's like, what's going on with Sam Bankman-Fried? Talk about it. I think Gary is nervous. Shout out to Tiffany Fong. Let's check this out real quick.
I'm a finance and accounting professor at Notre Dame named Peter Easton. Professor Easton also worked on the Enron case, the WorldCom case, and the SEC versus Ripple. So in today's analysis, he traced the movement of FTX customer funds into various investments, real estate, political donations, and SBF's own bank accounts. He also pointed out that at the peak of FTX's fiat liability in June 2022, FTX should have held $11.3 billion, but they only had $2.3 billion. Leaving a whopping $9 billion just seemingly missing. So where did that money go? As I mentioned, FTX customer funds ended up getting funneled into investments in business and financial funds, political donations, and real estate, including the now infamous Bahamas penthouse that Sam and his inner circle lived in. We also learned that several of Alameda's repayments to third-party lenders such as BlockFi, Abra, Maple, Anchorage, and Nexo came 100% from FTX customer funds. Thankfully, though, for Alameda's repayments to Celsius and Voyager, only the majority came from customer funds. So in total, 68% of Alameda's repayments to third-party lenders came from FTX customer funds. We also learned that 100% of Alameda's investment into Modulo Capital, a hedge fund founded by Sam Bankman-Fried's former flame, Lily Zhang, came from FTX customer funds. And these payments were made in late September, less than 2 months before FTX and Alameda's implosion. Alameda's investment into Anthony Scaramucci's Skybridge Capital, as well as investments into Genesis Digital, K5, Anthropic, Dave Inc., and Robinhood all also largely came from FTX customer funds. We also saw that several political donations by Ryan Salem and from Nishad Singh may have also largely come from FTX customer funds. In relation to this portion of the testimony, we also viewed an email from Barbara Fried, Sam Bankman-Fried's mother, who actually had a weird little outburst at me yesterday, and I might get into that in another video. In the email, Barbara states, since this is going to our 527 and hence is disclosed, I'm assuming that Nishad would be the better person to have his name on it. Nishad says, sounds good, I'm happy to pledge the $1 million for MTG operating, Mind the Gap, which is co-founded by Barbara Fried, and Sam Bankman-Fried agreed to this as well. So it looks like Barbara Fried was somewhat orchestrating who should give what donation, and it looks like $1 million was then transferred from Alameda Research to Nishad Singh's bank account, and subsequently to Mind the Gap, which was again co-founded by Barbara Fried. In terms of charitable contributions, Peter Easton also identified that a $20 million donation to GAP, or Guarding Against Pandemics, a nonprofit founded by Gabe Bankman-Fried, Sam Bankman-Fried's brother, also came completely from customer funds.
Yo. 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 Shit. Yo. TLDR, a lot of people donated a lot of money, or better yet, a lot of people received a lot of money from you. All of you in the voice channel right now, that was you. Inadvertently, that was you. Exactly, one James. That's you, damn Skippy. Shit. That was all your money that they were throwing. Shit. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, so that was Tiffany Fong. She used to, I believe she used to work at Cointelegraph. Was it Cointelegraph? It was one of the coin publications that I love so much. So she was at SBF's trial. She's been tracking it. A lot of commingling of funds, y'all. Basically taking your money and doing all kinds of nasty, crazy shit. You want to know what kind of shit they were doing? Tiffany was there for Nishad Singh. He was SBF's right-hand man. Actually, no, he was his third in command. I believe. What the fuck is the other guy's name? It was SBF. It was Greg Wong, Gary Wong. It had to be Wong. But anyway, this was his third in command. And wait, I want to skip this. So there's a fun part. There we go. You see these? Oh, you see these pictures? They're having so much fun. WIP fam, why can't we have this much fun? Shit, if I was commingling funds, I'd be smiling and doing all kinds of shit like this too. Fucking posing at football games and shit too. You see them? You see this shit? Anyway, look, I want to skip to this because this is hilarious to me. But this talks about the donations. Hopefully the video plays. Hopefully X doesn't rug me. I feel like it's gonna rug me. Let's refresh that.
What's up, guys?
Hold on. It's trying to rug me, man.
What's up, guys? It's me, Tiff.
I'll fast forward.
I'm at his house where Hillary Clinton dubbed the fact that Sam had officially stepped down as Alameda CEO and claimed that he had very little involvement in the company. We viewed spreadsheets that confirmed that Sam led investments in companies like K5, DGA, and Anthropic, which were all listed as Alameda Research Investments. We then dove into Sam's investment in K5, which is on paper an investment firm, but seems to function largely as a company that just connects people like Sam to massive celebrities.
Let me break that down real quick. So remember, I told you last week, Sam had designs on becoming president of the United States. His mom was strategically planted, I guess, or in a strategic position of power when it comes to being a mover and shaker. Remember, they said MTG in the previous video, MTG, not from Magic the Gathering, that's from Mind the Gap. His 501c3. So 501c3 is a nonprofit that handles political donations. That's where that pie chart was at, where she kept saying, hey, this person gets 1 million, this person gets 8 billion, this person gets all this money, right? They were throwing money that way in order to get influence. They were setting the stage for the future, which also explains why Gary Gensler would meet with FTX multiple times, because Gary also has political designs too. So they were probably scheming in order to move ahead while using FTX as the bankroll. Holy shit, holy shit. So anyway, commingling of funds. He was using this money in order to grease palms. You just heard that this company that he put money into, what the hell did she just say? What the hell is the company's name? I forgot. What I do remember though is that there were some screenshots of some texts where Elon Musk was being, Sam Bankman-Fried was trying to talk to Elon Musk a year ago or whatever, trying to get him to invest in FTX so they could stay afloat. Remember when the news started coming about, where the big drama was happening that November? The guy that was trying to make the connection was this guy. Finally, I understood. This guy was the in-betweener between Sam Bankman-Fried and Elon Musk. They're like, oh hey, yeah, oh wait, what? This person? Oh shit. So it's starting to make sense. He was greasing palms.
Apparently, Sam had dinner at K5 founders Michael Kive's house in Los Angeles and came away stating He is probably the most connected person I've ever met. At his dinner at his house were Hillary Clinton, Doug Emhoff, Katy Perry, Orlando Bloom, Kate Hudson, Leonardo DiCaprio, Jeff Bezos, Ted Sarandos, Kendall and Kris Jenner, and Corey Gamble. This was a funny moment because Nishad Singh was asked to go down this list and identify each of these celebrities, and he recognized the majority of them, but when he got to Kendall and Kris Jenner, he said that he knew who they were, but that I honestly could not tell you what they do.
That's funny.
Anyway, apparently Sam came away from that dinner enchanted by Michael Kives and said that we could get from them essentially infinite connections. I think if we asked them to arrange a dinner for us with Elon Musk, Obama, Rihanna, and Mark Zuckerberg, they'd probably succeed. Sam continued that this could lead to endorsement deals, unpaid partnerships, etc., and called K5 a one-stop shop for relationships. So to access these contacts, Sam ended up paying Michael Kives hundreds of millions of dollars in bonuses, and even professed that he'd be willing to spend up to $1 billion on K5. Nishad apparently felt uneasy about this investment and asked Sam if it was a done deal. Sam, however, said to consider it a done deal. Nishad begrudgingly said that if they must go through with it, the money should come from Sam himself rather than FTX's funds. Ultimately, however, the spreadsheet shows that the funds apparently came from Alameda Research, so I guess he kind of got what he asked for, but also Alameda Research was using FTX customer funds, so.
Crazy. So Alameda has an unlimited bankroll. They can operate in a negative, which we now know $13 billion in the negative, which they talk about in this video. It's pretty long, but they operate in a negative, but they're bankrolling this company in order to grease palms while using customer funds to grease palms, and they're taking on more debt in order to cover the commingling of the it doesn't make any sense. I mean, it makes sense. The strategy doesn't make sense. Clearly we know this because it's stupid as fuck and it's fucking ridiculous. The more like the whole TLDR of this right here in regards to Nishad Singh admits to commingling of funds, for lack of a better term, but the reason why he's so important is because he's the one who directly had his hands on the shit. And Sam would go to him directly and tell him to do things and make him do the stuff. So this is why his testimony was so important. What else about Sam? Oh yeah, he was admitting that Sam would get angry when he would ask him questions that were like, hey man, so what's up with this? Are we gonna get this investor? Can we do this? Did the connections from K5 result in us getting enough liquid in order to stay afloat? And Sam would get pissed off and he would get all angry. But it was this explains why they had such high profile investors. While that commercial, the FTX commercial during the Super Bowl happened, they were paying people like millions of dollars, but they had nothing to do with the company. Shaq had nothing to do with FTX. He wasn't an investor, quote unquote. He was just paid to do the damn commercial. Anyway, long story short, there is no long story short. You just got all the fucking information. Thank you so much for coming through this edition of the After. Shout out to all the presenters who presented during the WIP. Shout out to the WIP crew. You know I love each and every single one of you. WIP fam, do your due diligence. Fuck the terms of service. All right, you service the terms, motherfucker. You service the damn terms. Use this information and use it wisely. Much love, and I'll see you later.